What's going on YouTube? This is your boy Forever Branded TV coming back to you guys with another video. Yes, guys, this is on the new season of Black Mirror. Now, y'all know Black Mirror is if you all didn't know, Black Mirror is one of my favorite Netflix shows. Now, we know from just the technology of the show and just the futuristic type of vibes about the show. Season 5 to me should have gave me a little bit more. We only had 3 episodes. Now the first episode, I'm gonna go over each episode and tell you guys my thoughts real quick. The first episode was with Anthony Mackie and Yaha Abdul, guys. Now with this episode, we definitely can see that these are two college friends who just basically are obsessed with this game called Striking Vipers, and this kind of the game itself reminded me of Tekken, a little bit of Street Fighter, and a little bit of Mortal Kombat. With just the storyline, the two friends begin to have some type of homoerotic type of relationship with the game. Now, this was the part that was kind of weird to me because the two are not gay, but they seem to kind of connect on a sexual type of relation, a sexual type of encounter as they are playing the game. Now, it's this type of device. You put this little thing on you, but push comes to shove. How it started is they met each other through college. They've been friends ever since then, and then they like 11 years later or something like that, they're married. Well, Anthony Mackie's character is married, and then the other guy, he's kind of like seeing this girl, and then blah 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 blah. But then he buys him the game. It's like a newer version of Striking Vipers X, and then as they're playing the game, it gets a little weird. Uh, 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 they are in their mind is connected into the game as they have this device on them. Y'all know Black Mirror has always got something about a device making people do crazy stuff. Now, with this particular episode, they are connecting. They start to play off the game, but then it turns into a sexual thing, and hey, I thought it was a little weird, how they connected into the game, even though they're not doing anything physically, sexually. They're still kind of like mind fucking each other. I just that's just what I'm going to just go with. I'm just gonna go with that. They're kind of like mind banging each other or something like that as they're playing the game, and then it gets a little weird because Yaha Abdul's character, he kind of, Anthony Mackie's character kind of wants to back off of it, but then Yaha's character, or Yaha Abdul's character, kind of wants to continue it and do it more, and it just gets a little weird. Now, I liked it the episode because I thought it was I thought it was different from most episodes I've seen of Black Mirror. It was a very interesting watch. However, I just, the direction of it I thought was just a little bold and different. I still thought it was interesting because the wife is kind of suspecting that Anthony Mackie is sleeping with somebody else, and she gets kind of in her feelings a little bit about him not touching her because they're trying to make another baby and blah 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 like that. That was what that episode of Black Mirror was about. The next episode was probably my least favorite episode, only because like I thought it was something that was similar to like this on another episode of Black Mirror in recent seasons, where it's about a social networking company. Now, basically, I kind of was a little lost with this story because this basically follows a guy who is kind of obsessed with this company called Smithereens, and he's just kind of kidnaps this black guy, and threatens to shoot him in order to talk to the owner. Then it just, I don't know, with that episode, I'm not gonna spend too much time talking about it, but I thought that it was okay, but it wasn't my favorite. Now, he basically was threatening to kill himself because he felt like he's blaming himself for the death of his wife, and he kind of wants to talk to the owner of the Smithereens company, and the guy kind of persuades him to try not to kill himself. And then he eventually he does at the end of the episode. And that episode to me was just kind of lackluster. I wasn't really feeling that episode. But that was what that episode was about. It was just about social network, a guy who's just obsessed with the thought of talking to the social networking creator, and he just basically kind of like wants to vent. He wants to, instead of going on the app, he wants to connect on a deeper level. Like he wants to talk to someone, vent to someone about help him. Basically, he wants someone to help him with the problem that he's blaming himself for blaming himself for. He thinks that he killed his wife or something like that. But either way, it was an accident. That was what that episode was about. The last episode I thought was probably my favorite in a while from Black Mirror. It was featuring Miley Cyrus. Now, I'm gonna put this out there. I'm not the biggest Miley Cyrus fan. However, I really did love this episode. This episode was just the best. Okay, it followed a girl named Ashley O, who was Miley Cyrus's character, an obsessed fan who wants this Ashley 2 doll, which I thought was kind of interesting. The doll kind of does tricks and things like that, and talks like her and tell her she can believe in herself. Then she has a jealous sister who kind of jealous. The little girl, the 15-year-old girl has a sister who kind of doesn't understand why she's so obsessed with Ashley O, and she thinks it's stupid. She's the oldest sister, and then they have this story about their mother dying or something like that, and they kind of still grieving about that. Ashley O's character, Miley Cyrus's character, kind of goes to this. She kind of has this thing where she's being synced into the music industry and being brainwashed by her aunt. And I thought that was pretty interesting. Now, a lot of people were saying that this episode was supposed to have been like a dedication or kind of like a reenactment of Britney Spears. I don't know how true that is. I wasn't getting that from this episode, but that's what they were saying when I was reading one of the articles. But however, push comes to shove, this episode was great. The aunt was trying to like drug her and put her inside this institution and make her be gone and try to do this Ashley internal type of technology that would get people to still like her music or something like that. I thought it was kind of weird. But I thought that it was interesting, and you just never know what goes on in the music industry. This kind of showcases what some of the celebrities go through in the music industry. And I think Miley Cyrus did an amazing job. Even though I'm not big on her, I still love how she acted in this this episode. And I thought that the Ashley 2 doll was added the creativity to it, because the doll eventually had a firewall, and it ended up after the two girls who, after the girl who was a fan of her wanted to deep into it, tap into the doll, they found that it had a firewall and they had to delete it. And I thought it was really, really interesting. Then the oldest sister, they traveled to Ashley O's house or something like that. They found her, and they found that what her aunt was trying to do. Overall, I thought this was just a great episode. I do love the idea of the Ashley 2 doll, because I thought that was cute, and I do love the fact that Miley Cyrus she seemed like she, really related to her character, because it probably is a somewhat of a dedication to her life. Now, I don't get the Britney Spears comparison, because people were saying that, this is like Britney Spears. I was not getting that, but maybe to some extent it probably did have a little bit to do with the Free Britney campaign, because it's this thing about Free Britney, because she's been kind of sick or something like that. I don't know what's been going on with Britney Spears, but I think this is what they were saying that it was kind of like, and it was kind of like, she needs help, she's in trouble because of that and so on. But Ashley O's character was, being brainwashed by her aunt. She wanted to drug her, she wanted to pollute her, she wanted to, live off of her, like build her name off of her brand and do something. And she invented this hologram, and I thought that episode was just amazing because it's so relatable to the music industry and probably in the future what things might happen within the music industry. But yes, guys, check out this season of Black Mirror. I wanted more episodes. These are like hour-long episodes, but I wanted more episodes. That was my only flaw. With the exception of two, it was one I did not like. The Smithereens episode, the Striking Vipers, and Rachel, Jack, and me, and Ashley too. Those Rachel, Jack, and Ashley too, and Striking Vipers were my favorite. But you guys comment, tell me what you think was your favorite. This is your boy Forever Brandon TV signing off. Hope you guys enjoy. Have a great Monday.